Share the Night benefit concert is happening at Mission Baptist Church in the Basement on Friday night at 7 o'clock. And I'm joined with a couple of the team members that are involved from Freedom International School. I'm joined with Cindy and Onyeka. And thank you both so much for stopping by and joining me today.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us.
So maybe, Cindy, we'll start with you. Like, if someone hears Share the Night benefit concert and they're like, what is that? What does that mean?
Yeah, so this is our first time doing a benefit concert like this. And we were kind of thinking, as we have a land acknowledgement on our website, we say our land acknowledgement every Friday in chapel, but we wanted to think about ways to expand that. And so, and about like how we share the land, how we share space. So we came up with this idea to share the night where we can share different cultures. And so I had heard Howard Jolie speak at my church at Word of Life out in Niverville. And he just had such a passionate, his sharing and his ministry of reconciliation and healing. And yeah, so it was just so impactful there. So as we were planning this, I was thinking of Howard and his band. So Howard and his band, the Rising Above Band, who go to my church as well. So it was an easy connection there. So and then we were thinking about different cultures we wanted to include to share the night. And we thought including Métis culture also would be a really important part of sharing the land in Manitoba, obviously. And then we're including our African dance, our dance ministry team, which is an African dance. So they're going to be doing that as well. Our school actually represents 14 different people groups. So very diverse within, but yeah, we wanted to expand beyond the groups that we currently represent. So yeah, we have Howard and the Rising Above Band joining us. And then Gavin Forbes is coming to join us from Louis Riel Institute. Gavin is a professional jigger and he dances with the Asham Stompers and he is an active member of his Métis local. Gavin enjoys opportunities to make connections and be there for his community. So we're really excited to have Gavin involved in this event as well. And our school is supported by Hutterite communities, which is another very unique culture within Manitoba. So Hutterite communities, they support us all throughout the year in different ways. They provide produce from their gardens. They provide a bunch of food. And they are making pies. They are making pies for the evening. So it will be Hutterite pies and Métis Red River jigging and Howard's story and the music and the dance. So it's going to be fun.
Yeah, and Onyeka, maybe we'll kind of flip to you now. So for Share the Night, what's your role in this?
Well, I am the development director for Freedom International School. So my job really is to foster and build relationships and partnerships with other community organizations and to find donors who support our mission, basically financially, to help our students have access to all the resources that they could possibly have access to, especially us being a specialized trauma-informed school. Organizing, getting people to actually come, hear about our school, hear about what we do and our passion and our mission for our students and the former refugees and newcomers. So that's pretty much my role for this, really. And it's going to be an amazing night. For me, what's so special about this is that we get to have a melting pot of different cultures and people sharing their own experiences and seeing how we're all unique and how we connect. And it's going to be amazing. So
yeah, and maybe something that you just said, if somebody's not really familiar with what the mission of Freedom International School is, could you share that with us?
Yeah, so Freedom International School is a registered charity and also an accredited high school that serves newcomer and former refugee youth who are 2 to 10 years academically behind than their Canadian peers. So we are also trauma-informed. Because most of our students, if I reference back to former refugees, they have been through a lot of challenges and obstacles, and they faced a lot of displacements, in terms of moving across the world. So we try to make sure that's an important part of what we do, to make sure while we are also getting them up to speed and filling those educational gaps, that we are also aware of their trauma and do the best that we can to incorporate that into our program to make sure that they excel and thrive
Yeah.
and fly. You know? So yes.
And really just kind of support them
And
through
support them,
through this. Yeah. As
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. So this benefit concert is for Freedom International School. So yeah, maybe touch on that, like why, like just on the importance of raising this money for the school.
Sure. So a lot of our students are coming. We're an accredited school, and so we do receive some funding, as other schools do, through the Department of Education. But that has a cutoff date, right? So students registered by the state, and if you're living in a community and you have your registration, that it makes sense. However, our students are coming from all over the world, from all over things, and so we have students who will come who've been in Canada for like days or a week. Like, it's incredible. They have almost no English. Some and that's not like, it varies. Some have more, some have less, but they are coming at any time, whenever they're allowed in, whenever things align for their family to come to Canada. So that doesn't meet deadlines, funding deadlines. And the students are coming through like all kinds of disruptions of their education, of finances, of housing, of all kinds of things. So we want to make sure that there's always this Christ-centered, trauma-informed place for students to come and learn to be living in Canada, learn to wear mittens when it's cold, like learn so many things. And to provide that safe place, we don't want them to always worry about money, because that can be really hard. So a night like this, we're providing that money so that regardless of where their financial stability is at for their family, we're not saying no because there's no check with the registration, right? Like, we are always saying yes. We are always welcoming them in, and we want quality teachers, and we want consistency, and we want to provide just such a safe place for them to come and be safe. And out of that safety and that Christ-centered environment, then they can grow and learn. So.
And I'd love to get both of your opinions on this, with you just kind of sharing that, like, it must, like, did it blow you away the first time that you were like talking to these students and it was like, this is their reality of, like, you know, like you said, they've maybe been in the country for days. They don't know English. So yeah, I mean, Cindy, like, what has like just being a part of the team at Freedom International like done for you, your faith, and just kind of your outlook on life?
For sure. Like, yeah, so for me, I'm someone who grew up near Dauphin, Manitoba. Dauphin has been Manitoba has been my entire life. I've never lived anywhere else. I've rarely traveled anywhere else. So this is my whole world. My family lives here. Like, I have all those supports and all that. I'm working on a project right now with my junior high classes where we're looking at our personal narratives and how our journey shapes who we are, where we're going. And so it's a year-long project, and we're doing different art things and writing
It's an amazing
things.
project, by the way.
We're having a show at the end of the year.
Yes, we are.
So it's going to be great. But like, the things that the students have come out with, once they feel safe, like, I ask them a question and they give me a quick answer. And I'm like, nope, there's more. So we dig into it more. And like, one of my students, she drew across my 2 marker boards in my classroom a picture of the refugee camp she grew up in. And she's like, this is where my family lived. And she's like, out off across this bridge, this is where the monkeys chased me, and you can't go there by yourself. And I'm like, girl, I have never been chased by monkeys in my life. She just says it like it's such a normal thing. But like, and then she casually, and I don't want to share too much of her story, but she casually mentions these things that are like huge traumatic things. And she's mentioning this in conversation. And it's because we're a small school. It's because I have the time to sink down and like learn these stories. And yeah, so it's been really humbling to see like what these kids, and if I saw them walking through Polo Park, I wouldn't know, right? Like, they look like another teenager, but like, these kids are carrying huge stories. So yeah, it's been really amazing to be a part of that.
Yeah. And Anyanka, what about you? Like, just kind of how has your outlook changed or evolved since you've been with Freedom International?
Cindy has been there like way longer than I have. So mine was more instant when I came. When I came last year for the interview in January, or was it 2023? Anyways, it's been almost a year and a half. But I remember when I walked in, all the children, all the students, they looked so happy. And I actually grew up in Nigeria. My parents are Nigerian. School is not necessarily a place where you are happy, you know. So coming there to see that, it truly did feel like this is a safe space for the students. I had little information at the time as to what Freedom International School was really doing. So just hearing our principal talk, Ms. Hannah Cavey, I was just blown away. I was amazed that there's a place in Winnipeg where students can feel safe and they can share their stories. And not only just that, because we have, like Miss Cindy said, students from different countries. It's really a community where you feel like you have someone who has experienced similar to you. And I think the amazing thing for me with Freedom International is that it does make students feel welcomed. It also makes our students feel like your stories are very important. It does make them feel very, very supported. And most importantly for me, it reaffirms my belief in God, that God would always send people to help you when you're going through any type of obstacle or challenge. So I don't mean to get emotional, but that's what Freedom International School is.
Yeah.
From my perspective, being there for how many, so it's amazing. And I'm proud to be there. That's yeah.
Yeah, thank you both for sharing. And, you say emotional, but that's passion that's coming through. That's so evident, right? That it's so real for you. The impact that not only you guys are having on the students, but that they're having on you. That you guys are you guys are going through this all together, right? So it's really cool.
We'll have students come in on my lunch hour. Like I'm sitting at my desk. Miss, what does forgiveness mean? What I'm trying to understand. Like when Jesus asks us to forgive someone, what does it mean? And so we have this conversation. I'm like, that's not happening in public school. And she's like, when Jesus asks us to pick up our cross and lay down our burdens to pay, what? I was watching TikTok and this girl was talking about it, but it didn't make any sense. Like, what does this mean? So we sit and talk about it over our lunch that Miss Jenny makes for us. And it's just such a unique place to be able to be safe in that.
Yeah. And we are Christ-centered, but the beauty about our school is that we do have students from other religious backgrounds as well. And what I've come to notice is that they are more curious to know about Jesus more. So that's equally a testament to what we are doing at Freedom as well.
Well, we set up opportunities for our kids to work at different Christian camps throughout the summer. And so a lot of our students, like some come with me up north of Dauphin to come work at the camp that I grew up in. They're coming out there to serve. And like some of our Muslim students are wanting to go serve at Christian Bible camps for the summer. Yeah. So it's those bridges,
And it's just
it happens.
It's the opportunity that comes when you guys get to invest in the students, and this is possible because of benefit concerts like this that are helping keep the school running strong. So now I guess getting into like more logistical details, it's like, okay, so someone's listening to this, they're like, I want to support Freedom International School. When's the concert? Where's the concert, Cindy?
Okay, so it is Friday, April 25th from 7 to 9 at 771 Sargent Avenue. So we are hosted inside Mission Baptist Church, and the concert is going to be right there in the basement. And if you come early, around 6:30, the doors will be open and you can tour the school and actually see the space, see the classrooms, see what we do.
And Onyenka, how much are tickets for this?
Tickets start at $25 and they go up to $120, I believe. 25?
Yep.
Yeah. So we're trying out a tiered ticket system for this. So if you decide to buy, for example, like the $50 ticket, $25, you get a donation receipt for that.
Sounds good. And we also have a pair of tickets to give away in the ticket window right now. So make sure you get your name entered. You could get a free pair of tickets while still getting to support the school. And make sure you pick up one of those pies on your way out because I'm sure they're going to be delicious. Thank you both so much for joining me today and sharing just your passion and what you're doing at Freedom International School.
Thank you.